The beloved Minnesota-born restaurant chain Chi-Chi's is making a comeback nearly 20 years after closing its doors.
As it hopes to attract customers in search of a taste of nostalgia, if you will.
Known for its vibrant celebration of food, the Mexican eatery plans to reopen locations next year under a new agreement with Hormel Foods.
Michael McDermott, the son of the chain's co-founder, striking a deal with Hormel Foods, which owns the Chi-Chi's trademark.
It has owned the brand's trademarks since 1987.
If you grew up in the 80s or 90s, chances are you've got fond memories of Chi-Chi's. The sizzling fajitas, the over-the-top margaritas, and of course, that unforgettable fried ice cream that felt like a celebration on a plate. But just as quickly as it rose to popularity, the Tex-Mex chain seemed to vanish. Now, after 20 long years, Chi-Chi's is making a triumphant comeback, slated to reopen its doors in 2025.
Yeah, it's coming back. It's been closed for nearly 20 years in Minnesota. This is a Minnesota chain of Mexican restaurants that were really popular in the 80s and 90s. And the son of the former owner is revitalizing this.
The news has already stirred up waves of excitement and a little bit of skepticism in the restaurant world. But what makes this revival extra special is who's leading the charge. Michael McDermott, the son of Chi-Chi's founder, Marno McDermott. In a new deal with Hormel Foods, which still owns the trademark, Michael is ready to bring his father's vision back to life for a whole new generation of diners. We know how much this restaurant meant to so many families across the country, McDermott shared in a statement. Our goal is to recreate that magic, but with a modern twist, an updated dining experience that still captures the bold, vibrant flavors Chi-Chi's was known for. To understand why this comeback matters, you have to go back to where it all began. Chi-Chi's opened its first location in 1975 in Richfield, Minnesota, co-founded by Marno McDermott and former Green Bay Packers player Max McGee. What started as a modest venture quickly turned into a Tex-Mex empire, with over 200 locations across the U.S. at its peak. Chi-Chi's wasn't just riding the Tex-Mex wave, it was helping define it. But every empire has its fall. For Chi-Chi's, the trouble began in 2003 with a devastating hepatitis A outbreak at a Pennsylvania location. Traced back to contaminated green onions, the incident sickened more than 660 people, claimed 4 lives, and left hundreds of others with permanent health issues. The tragedy resulted in a wave of lawsuits and ultimately drove the chain into bankruptcy. By 2004, Chi-Chi's restaurants had shuttered across the U.S., with Outback Steakhouse Inc. buying up some locations to convert into other brands like Bonefish Grill and Carrabba's Italian Grill. The brand, however, never completely disappeared. While Chi-Chi's restaurants were gone from American soil, the name lived on in Europe, the Middle East, and even grocery stores, where Hormel licensed the brand for a line of Tex-Mex products like salsa and tortillas. But for fans stateside, the loss of the iconic restaurant left a Tex-Mex-sized hole in their hearts. As of now, details about the new locations are still under wraps. Will it focus on suburban spots like the original chain, or aim for hip urban areas to attract a younger crowd? And what about the menu? Will the iconic chimichangas and fried ice cream make their long-awaited return? Or will Chi-Chi's take a more modern approach to Tex-Mex cuisine? One thing's for sure, Chi-Chi's will face a challenging restaurant landscape.
I think the nostalgia, also it was at a time when, going out to eat was a really big deal for a lot of families. Like now people eat out a lot, well maybe not now as much because it's gotten so expensive, but there was a time when, it was a thing. You were going out with your family for a dinner, and it felt good because you get the free chips and everybody loves free stuff.
Yeah.
And then, just Mexican food, right? I don't know that anybody could screw that up. So I don't know, it was just like an event, an experience, and so there's some nostalgia there, I think.
The past year alone has seen a slew of bankruptcies in the industry, with big names like TGI Fridays, Red Lobster, and Tijuana Flats struggling to stay afloat. Inflation, rising labor costs, and evolving consumer preferences have made it tougher than ever for restaurants to survive, let alone thrive. But Chi-Chi's comeback isn't just about business. For McDermott, it's personal, a chance to honor his father's legacy and give the brand a second shot at success. Whether you're a die-hard fan eager for a taste of nostalgia or someone curious to see what the buzz is all about, 2025 could be the year Chi-Chi's reclaims its place in the Tex-Mex Hall of Fame. So get ready to raise a margarita glass. Chi-Chi's is back and it's ready to fiesta like it's 1999.